Hello, today I'm going to talk to you about the emerald ash borer. The emerald ash borer is an invasive species that came to North America via ships carrying ash wood from Asia. All species of ash tree are susceptible to attack from the emerald ash borer. A large range of areas have been affected, from the cities of Hamilton and Toronto to the regional municipalities of Durham, York, Peel, Halton, Niagara, and Waterloo, to the counties of Brant, Essex, Haldimand, Huron, Lambton, Norfolk, Oxford, Perth, and Wellington. Specifically, I'm going to talk to you about the borer's effect on the Canadian economy. Exhilarating, I know. Ash trees are an important part of Canada's urban and rural landscape. They are commonly found on city streets, in woodlots, in windbreaks, and in forests across southern Canada. Ashwood is also used to make furniture, hardwood floors, baseball bats, tool handles, electric guitars, hockey sticks, and other materials that require high strength and resilience. The destruction caused by the emerald ash borer is a serious problem that needs to be stopped. Thank you. Come again.
When you go to a park, look around at all the trees and notice the ash trees. One of the last thoughts going through your head is probably the fact that in just 5 years, there may be none left of these big, beautiful trees like this one, and that's all thanks to the emerald ash borer. These very small 8 to 11 millimeter long bugs lay their larva eggs on the bark of the ash trees. This picture shows the healthy bark before the borer destroyed the tree. The larvae create tunnels under the bark and feed until fall. Then they stay in the bark over winter and come out as fully grown adults in the spring to lay eggs. Ash trees have been attacked by the borer and they are now dead. As you can see, the bark has fallen off because of how much damage the bugs made underneath it. Remember this tree? Well, as you can see, there is quite a difference between the way the tree used to look and the leafless, dead tree it became. Here's a close-up of the bark from the previous dead tree. These 4 pictures show the tunnels created under the bark by the bug. When the trees are first attacked, it is very hard to notice the damage done to them. It takes about 2 years until this becomes apparent. The ash can tolerate small numbers of the borers, but once the species starts to multiply, the trees usually die within 2 to 4 years of being attacked. Sick and dying trees need to be cut down. The emerald ash borer is causing more and more tree deaths, and more have to be cut down as a result. There are ways to help our forests and parks here in Canada. If people would simply stop transporting wood from place to place, it would make it much harder for the borer to be distributed around. This isn't always the easiest thing to maintain, but you can do your part by not transporting firewood on campsites and any other camping grounds. The reason for this is because the borer's main way of being spread around many different places is through wood transportation. Back in 2002, the bug was first discovered in North America, but it was most likely introduced at around 1992, and entomologists say that it came all the way from Asia through wood carrying. The only question is, will there be any of these beautiful trees left for us to admire in 2017? Or will the emerald ash borer destroy them all?
Oh, hello. How are you? My name's Nate Opal, and over the past few weeks, me, Olivia, Chris, and Sebastian have been working on our ecology project. Our project's about the emerald ash borer. The emerald ash borer is an invasive species. It kills ash trees. It came from Asia in 2002 on shipping boats. It came in the ash wood that was used to make the wooden crates on the boats. Now it's ravaging the forests everywhere. It's killed over 2.5 million ash trees in Michigan, and now it's come to Ontario and other parts of Canada. It's a major pest. I'm going to tell you a bit about its life cycle. It starts with the female ash borer. She lays her eggs on an ash tree. The eggs will be placed in the thick part of the bark, in the cracks and crevices. Come spring, they hatch, and the larvae burrow into the tree. They start to dig around in the bark, and they make an S-shaped larva gallery. This is bad. It cuts off nutrients flow through the tree, eventually killing it. It usually takes 2 springtimes for the larvae to fully mature, so over winter they'll sleep in the gallery they've created in the tree. Then when they finally emerge, as an adult borer, they fly up to the tree's branches. They're good flyers right from the start. There they'll feed on the ash leaves for another week, and then it's mating time. See, these bugs are very promiscuous. They mate after a week. Yeah. Then the female will lay her eggs in 2 to 3 weeks, and the cycle repeats itself. It's a cycle of destruction, but also of passion and love. Hi, it's Nate, and I'm going to tell you how you can protect your trees from the emerald ash borer and what people are doing to stop it. So first of all, there's an organization called the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Michigan Department of Agriculture Cooperation Emerald Ash Borer Project. They're working on trying to find a natural predator for the borer that they can ship in. So they went to China, and they found the borer's natural insect predators, and they got a whole bunch of them, and then they started breeding them in large quantities in their facilities. And there's 3 types of wasps. Those are the borer's predators. They're parasitic wasps, and each one of them targets a different life cycle of the ash borer. So one gets the egg, one goes for the larva, and one for the prepupae, I don't know. And yeah, so they got a bunch of the borers and a bunch of these things, and they started breeding the wasps. So they have the obius wasp, which kills eggs. So it goes and the wasp plants its eggs on the borer's eggs, which kills it when they hatch. It's like Alien. And the one egg kills one borer egg, so every time the female wasp lays one of her eggs, she's going to kill a borer egg. Then they have the tetrasticus wasp, which targets the larva stage, and that's like it targets larvae that are halfway through the life cycle and feeding in the tree, so it kills them before they can mature and lay eggs and do even more damage. And then the prepupa, I don't know how to say that, is targeted by the Spathius and the Trasticus. They can get both, and they kill it before it matures and flies out of the tree, 'cause by then it's like done a lot of damage. The tree's probably dead and it's going to leave. So that's the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Michigan Department of Agriculture Cooperation Emerald Ash Borer Project, and they're working on it, and they're going to be able to release these wasps into the wild very soon, and they've tested it, so the wasps won't harm any other species but the borer, and they won't sting humans. Okay, so another way you can kill the borer, and you can do this yourself, is triazin. It's a synthetic insecticide, and it's produced from the extracts of neem trees. It's produced from the seeds, and it's not the oil, which is a common misconception. And what it does is you inject it into the base of your ash tree. It gets carried through the tree, and when the larvae are feeding on it, it will disrupt their growth patterns and their reproductive system. So it will take them out, and it will protect a tree for 2 years once you inject it. So your tree's safe for 2 years, then you'll have to inject it again. And yeah, so you put it in, it moves with the flow of nutrients and water throughout the tree, and it kills the borers. So that's useful. You can go to their website if you want to learn more about triazin to kill your borers that are in your trees. You should do that. And the last thing is how to make sure you don't spread emerald ash borers. So the main way to do that is just don't bring your firewood around. Don't have firewood in parks, because the firewood you use could have an infestation, or it could be ash wood. So don't bring around your wood or your trees. Yeah.